Ashvin Parekh, Managing Partner at Ashvin Parekh Advisory Services. He's with us. Also with us, former Additional Solicitor General Bishwajit Bhattacharyya. Gentlemen, thanks very much for your patience and for staying on. Mr. Parekh, let me start by asking you, what do you make of the Reserve Bank circular? I mean, the 8th November notification was absolutely clear. You have up until the 30th of December, as the Prime Minister himself said, don't panic, there will be no limit on your deposits. Similar refrain from the Finance Minister on the 12th of November saying, don't panic, don't crowd outside of banks, you have till the 30th of December. Today, the Reserve Bank basically telling you that for deposits in excess of 5,000 rupees, you will have to be answerable to 2 bank officials.
Well, actually, there are 2 or 3 factors, which one must pay attention to. One is when the announcement was made on 8th of November, perhaps, now in retrospect, we can see that there was, no cognizance of the fact that there would be so many people across so many branches in the country and also so many bankers associated with this entire process. Now, somewhere along, looking at the sheer size of money that has already come in, there seems to be an impression, that perhaps the money that was originally perceived that would not come back to the banking system. We were at one point in time talking about a difference of about 2 to 3 lakh crore of rupees not coming back to the system. Now, with increasing number of days, as the days are passing by, we are finding that this gap is reducing substantially. 2 things. One is, has the system, therefore, somehow or the other, managed to take the counterfeit notes or the fake notes, as we were saying, back into the system? There's a question that is now looming large. And the second is, of course, is the question, is that those who really did have large sums of amount may have perhaps managed to get the amounts back into the system, some means or the other, best known to them perhaps and best known to the banking system. But now, with whatever has come in, some curbs or some closures to be really made. That seems to be the reason, perhaps, why this kind of a reaction of 5,000 has been instituted. But one way or the other, the fact that large deposits, there is a trail, there's a record. The system has that record. The tax department and the RBI and the banking system can really go after those large deposit holders. Even Jan Dhan account misuse of those is available with the system, and the system must therefore work on that.
Mr. Bhattacharyya, let me get your reaction, sir, because, there have been several legal experts who have questioned the validity of the Reserve Bank circular. Does it stand legal scrutiny?
Very difficult to stand legal scrutiny because it is going back on the words, just when 10 days are left, and it is basically a panic reaction. There was absolutely no need. Government has already brought in an income declaration scheme. Anybody who is holding large amount of cash deposits will be very, very scared to deposit those currency notes in bank account without the declaration scheme. So large depositors would, in any case, who are still holding the cash, would take advantage of the government's income declaration scheme. I feel sorry for those small depositors who are holding white money. Now, effectively, Reserve Bank of India is virtually coercing them that although it is your white money, small depositor, if they'll be questioned by 2 bank officials, they will have to give a certificate. This will again engineer corruption. This will engineer corruption at the operating level of the bank. Whom will you give certificate? Whom will you not give, certificate? What is the guideline? And if you simply say no, then you don't have to give a certificate. Orally you say no. So they will drive out all the small-time bank depositors who have been waiting till the last date based on the assurance of the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Finance Minister, which you just now displayed officially. The entire world knows.
Yes.
So I think this kind of panic reaction of the Reserve Bank of India is going contrary to the noble intention of the scheme. So this is like scoring a self-goal. I personally feel Reserve Bank of India should have appropriately advised the central government before coming out with this most thoughtless, ill-conceived, unfair, Because suppose from 8th of November, a lot of small-time depositors holding 10, 20, 30, 40,000 rupees, now if they come to the bank, they will be shown the door, or then their only option would be to give half of them to the government and income declaration scheme. Is this the intention of the entire scheme, to harass the small-time depositors and large, those who are holding 50 crores, 100 crores, 200 crores, they will in any case have been coerced. I welcome the income declaration scheme, but I deprecate this circular of the RBI, which is most ill-conceived, ill-advised and unfair to the small-time depositor. A stage has come in our country when we must take care of the small-time depositors who are holding white money. We must care for them. Nobody cares for them.
Absolutely.
So therefore, our Reserve Bank of India should seriously reconsider that small-time depositors. One time I can understand. I can understand the statement made by the Honorable Minister of State for Finance. 10 days are left, you deposit one time. I can understand. But for depositing one time, two bank officials will take your interview and then they will write something which will be put on record, which will be subject to audit trail. Makes no sense to me accordingly. You should inspire confidence of the small deposit. Entire banking industry today runs on the money of the small time hapless depositors. Industries don't keep money in the bank.